Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by for the latest video in my BC road trip series. In this video, we leave for Victoria, but not before making a number of stops in Sooke and along the way to see attractions, enjoy some local foodie finds, and the great outdoors. We began our day after we said farewell to our accommodations at the Prestige Oceanfront Resort. You can check out that video to see the beautiful hotel, linked in the description below. And then we were on our search for our first stop of the day, somewhere to eat breakfast. And it didn't take long to find. Just up the highway was the Stick in the Mud Coffee House and Roastery. Hey everyone, this morning we are at the Stick in the Mud, which is a coffee roastery here in Sooke, BC. We came here for breakfast. I got my Swallow drip coffee.
I got an Americano.
We've got a scone, a trail cookie, and an eggamowitch. So we're gonna see how everything is and let you know.
We have house-made focaccia, roasted red pepper jelly, tomato, ham, and egg, and cheddar cheese.
It's really good.
Looks really, really good. Would you like a bite?
No, you go first.
No, I'm gonna have the first bite. I'll just take a little one here.
Oh, it looks pretty big.
That is really, really good.
I'm going to try my scone. So it's a chive and cheese scone. And it looks pretty good. Just a hint of chive. It's very good. So this is the final thing on my menu. It is a trail cookie, and you can see there's dried fruits in here. Looks like there might even be some coconut, maybe some oatmeal. It smells very cinnamony, so I'm gonna give it a try. Look at that. Well, that about does it for our visit here at the Stick in the Mud Coffee House and Roastery. We're going to enjoy our last few bites of our food, and then we're going to hit the road and go to Victoria. But if you're in the area, we definitely give this place 2 thumbs up, and you should come and check it out. After we fueled up, we decided to make another stop to check out the Sooke Region Museum and Visitor Center. Sooke, BC has a free museum that's open from dusk till dawn. In it, you'll be able to walk around and see some of the historic buildings from years gone by, and also some other interesting artifacts. We love finding free things to do, so of course we had to stop here and look around. Inside, there was a nice gift shop for souvenirs, information, and a small museum with historical displays and artifacts from upwards of hundreds of years ago in the Sooke region. We enjoyed looking at the displays, photos, and reading the descriptions for about half an hour before we went back outside to explore the grounds. Another thing that you can see at the Sooke Museum is this giant spruce round behind me. The tree actually started to grow in 1501 and has 478 growth rings, so it's pretty old. The tree was actually cut down in 1979, but this piece here was cut off in 1987.
So if you thought that last tree was old, this tree is about 3 times as old as that one. This one started growth at 745 AD.
And look how big it is. If I stand on one side.
Almost 2 of you to get across it.
The last display was the Triangle Island Lighthouse that was constructed in 1910. Due to extreme weather and living conditions for the lightkeepers, in 1920 the lighthouse was dismantled. The glass dome is now on display at the Sooke Museum for visitors to enjoy. Then it was time to explore some nature to see some of the greenest water we've ever seen. We are at Potholes Regional Park here in Sooke, BC, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can walk along the river and then take a look at the beautiful water below. They have these little pothole formations, which is how it got its name, of deep pools of green water, and it's a little bit chilly, but I would definitely recommend it if you're in the area. And a bonus is that it only costs $2.25 to park for the entire day. We had an insider tip from one of the workers here who told us to go up to the parking lot number 3 because that's where you get the best views of the potholes. So we took his advice and can definitely confirm that is in fact true. Another thing to note is that the paths are pretty easy, but to get to the river's edge, it's a little bit challenging in some areas, and you do have to climb over some pretty jagged and uneven terrain and lots of rocks.
On top of that, it's a pretty steep cliff, so if you've got small children, you might want to watch them.
We used our insider tip to help a few other tourists find their way to the potholes because even though the sign says they're all along the river, everyone's looking for the best view. So we think we found the best view, but we're gonna make sure because we're gonna go inspect every other parking lot area and report back. I can officially confirm in my non-professional opinion that lot number 1 has an easier, more direct access to the viewing points. There's also a beach here and some rocks where people are jumping off into the water and swimming. So if you're here to swim, I would suggest to park in parking lot number 1. Lot number 3 has the best views that we've seen while we were here. It's a little bit more difficult to get there, but I would recommend it if you're here to start at lot 3 because if you can only pick one, that's the best one.
If you have kids, parking lot number 1.
And there's a lot of hiking and steep hills here, so you'll notice I'm slightly out of breath. But if you are in for a climb, then I would recommend lot number 2 because there are so many stairs to get down to the viewpoints and they're very steep. So in order of best to worst, 3, 1, 2. Another thing to know is if you need washrooms, they're located in lots 1 and 2. If you're planning a visit to Sooke Potholes, you may wonder how much time should you plan to spend here? We were just doing photos and video and exploring the trails, and we were here for over 2 hours. So if you want to do swimming, hiking, and see all of the different viewpoints, then you'll probably need at least 2 hours to see this beautiful park. After all our hiking and exploring, it was time to eat a late lunch. On our way to Victoria, I accidentally found a gold mine. This is My Chosen Pizza, My Chosen Cafe, and the Sugar Shack, which are 3 different businesses all owned by the same people, and they even have a critter corner on site, so we're gonna go take a look at the animals while we wait for our pizzas to be cooked. When we arrived, we didn't realize they had a pizza restaurant on site, so we actually put our name on the wait list for the cafe. We were happy to find out that our pizza order would only take about 15 minutes, but the wait for the cafe was over 45 minutes long. So we enjoyed looking at the goats, chickens, and trying to spot the donkeys while we waited. And then it was pizza time. We ordered 2 individual pizzas, which were still pretty big. And look at that cheese pull. It was a perfect crust to cheese to topping and sauce ratio. And since we wanted to save room for some desserts, we only ate half and took the rest to go for dinner later that night. Then we made our way to the Sugar Shack to pick out some goodies. They had an assortment of cookies, donuts, squares, tarts, cakes, cupcakes, and so much more. Quite a menu to select from. After our delicious pizza, we figured we couldn't leave here until we stopped at the Sugar Shack and get a little bit of a caffeine pickup and a dessert. So I got a toffee brownie and I'm gonna give it a try right now. Look at that. It's a toffee pecan brownie. Look at how thick it is. Oh my gosh. Ready? Oh my goodness.
That looks thick.
It's not overly sweet actually. That's really surprising. I thought it was gonna be very sweet, but it's not. And it's like the perfect gooey brownie consistency. So I'm definitely going to enjoy finishing this later.
I got the birthday cake donut with a ton of sprinkles on it. It looks very messy and very delicious. And oh, I didn't even realize underneath it.
With sprinkles inside.
Delicious. All right, take a bite here. You can tell it's fresh. That is really good.
Let me zoom in on that. Wow.
A+.
Then, en route to Victoria, we decided to make another stop at Sitting Lady Falls to stretch our legs and walk off some of our lunch. There were beautiful walking trails here, and we spent about an hour in the area. But that was only the first half of our day. We also made a few more stops before getting into the city and checking into our very unique hotel. So stay tuned for my next video where I'll share more of what we saw, our funky hotel, and a bit of the city. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more travel tips, reviews, and itinerary videos coming soon.